of the human species participated in the custom of giving to others. They worked many hours to earn the money to buy the things to give to the people they loved and cared most about. This unfortunately took up most of their time. Giving to others took a lot of time and energy, and it also took up a lot of space. They had to work more to buy bigger houses to keep all the most precious things in. They had to buy bigger cars to cart all their coveted items from one place to another. Day in and day out, the man and the woman sold themselves. They exchanged themselves to leave a legacy for the future. They would toil for the proliferation of the species. They would create stories for their children to make the meaningless bearable. What I leave you, what I bequeath to you, everything I have, everything I own, everything I worked for, you paid for. I gave you the world, but sold your future for the profit of none. I left you with a Judas kiss. The man stared ahead, bounded by his chemically castrated soul. The man liked to drink his single-origin fair trade latte with activated almond milk. The man was careful to always avoid soy, as he morally objected to GMO usage. He liked his coffee not too hot, not too cold, lukewarm, enough to taste the coffee, but cool enough to consume it quickly, for his life was busy. He took pleasure in how his bean had been grown and harvested by the blood, sweat and tears of those who were paid a fair price for their labour. When I say fair, fair in their local communities, not by a global world standard. Being too fair would really be quite unfair. Here is the man's hub, the epicentre of his life, the common room, the meeting room, the room of information and entertainment, woven into one glorious ability to be intertwined, joined, connected with every other life source on the planet. Never could he live so closely, so intensely, so intimately with others. Never had the man known so much but understood so little. He was both master and servant, slave and free, but this space was a place where he wobbled and stumbled, for he had lost all sense of balance. He walked with an unsteady gait. The man had lost his ability to be sentient with another. Connected and plugged in, his soul craved the acoustic life. He just never found the app for that. In the 1800s, the world was ravaged and continues to be ravaged by a disease, the consumption. It coincided with the advent of the Industrial Revolution. Overcrowding and unsanitary conditions weakened our immune system. The man's ability to fight this disease of consumption was limited even with the discovery of antibiotics and vaccines. The man and the woman were rendered at the mercy of their biology and their humanity. They had the capacity to eradicate the consumption, yet for some reason could not seem to work together as a world to achieve this. There exists no other disease on this planet that requires such absolution from the man. The man himself found his family at its merciless savagery. The consumption was highly contagious and very easily transmitted through day-to-day interactions. The disease ravages the lungs, unable to take in the air it needs. The lungs are then drowned in their own excess. The body dehydrates and the person loses their appetite for the essentials of life. The body runs out of water. The blood congeals and coagulates. Life cannot be sustained, and the end is painful, excruciating, and fraught with suffering, with a thirst that can no longer be quenched. We are drowned by our own life source. And with that, the man's life, or the highs or the lows, of which there were not many, for the man had lived a consistent life, not too much, not too little, not too ostentatious, just like everyone else. If his life would flash before his eyes, he could find no moment in time, no one single thing that would define him. He would not be remembered for anything remarkable, yet he was remarkable because he was the last man, the last person standing, holding on to the remnants of his species, clutching that which was historic, on which we stood but can no longer stand, the girt on which we have limped, hobbled, until we have become fully severed. We can no longer roam, no longer walk, we have rendered our dominion uninhabitable. As disciples of consumption, we did not stop to wash each other's feet, and if the shoe fits, you must ask yourself, I ask myself, am I to blame? To which I would say, oh no, not me, I never lost control. You are face to face with the